Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Friday night of Arc Healing 9505, which means it's PRF1. And as you can see, we're at Miami for round 18 of the season. Full qualifying, 50% race as always. I'm just going to get. Grez is going to join me for commentary tonight, so I'm really pleased about. So we'll get him in. I'll send him an invite and then he can just join when he wants. So that's cool. Um, we'll have a quick look at the standards. I've not got an interview tonight lined up, so I'll have a quick look at the standards in just a moment and bring us up to date on that. Um, Here we go. PRF1. Banjo. Oh, there's standards. There. Right then, let's have a look at the drivers. So, much the same as in recent weeks, actually. So, Kamarov still leads. He's currently got a 35-point lead over Master Spread, who still retains P2. It looks like it's going to be those two to the end of the season, battling for the win. Other than that, we got Spriggs is now up into P3, Shrek in P4 with Davis P5 and Dark Mark. So Shrek to Dark Mark is covered by just 9 points, which is outstanding. So Atkins right in there as well. Hey Greza, hello. Thanks for joining, buddy. Should be a good one, hopefully. And yeah, just to confirm for everybody out there, the constructor standings as well as Alpine at the top on 508, Haas 26 points behind, and then a big gap down to Red Bull. Mercedes challenging Red Bull for third with a 22-point gap between them. That brings us up to date. There we go. Hey, well. Alright, no worries, yeah. Right. I'm only got a grade 19 at the moment. That's cool. Cammy and Spreader both there. So two drivers fighting for the championship. Not very much love track, but I quite enjoy it. I think it's a really good addition to the calendar. I think it's Sector 1. People don't like Sector 1 because it's slippery, especially if you know traction. Twitch update is clean. What's that mean? Yeah, we got 19. Oh, right, okay. What does that mean, Taz? Twitch update is clean. What are you on about? Oh, okay. Right, here we go into Q1. See if this week's just as tight as it has been in the previous weeks. Down. I think looking at the grid, it's always a chance for multiple drivers to take pole position, but it is technically a street track. Miami and Kamarov does love a street track, so I'm expecting to be right up there. Hey Ollie, hope you're well, lad. Oh, I see. Taz, okay, Fair enough. They don't take long though, do they, Twitch? Thank goodness. Hey, James. Heart straight back at you, man. So, get out quick. No, that looks like a Williams, I think. Which is handy, because I think we'd probably do the hilly hot lap with Dark Mark. I'm not sure if I've done it with him before, so... Imagine I've done it with almost everybody before at some point. Been doing it so long now. He is, yeah. Yeah. He will. Yeah, you can always trust him for that sort of thing. No, you watch him straight into a wall where you watch. Commentator's curse bang. Doesn't been often. First corner. Smack. That's alright, guys. If it means a full grid. Yeah. If it means a full grid, that's cool. For that team as well. What team is it? Trying to work it. Oh, it's the other Williams. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, he hates Miami. I'm surprised he said yes. Yeah. Right, here comes Dark Mark then. We'll do the hilly hop that quickly. Dark Mark opens up the DRS. Move over to the left hand side, ready for turn 1. Right down, usually the third. Second in this case for Dark Mark. Then very careful through turns 2 and 3. Very slippy. And there he goes, Greza. I told you. Commentator's curse. There you go. Oh dear. Where is he? I can't... There he is. Right, Scott. Oh no, the same place! It's unbelievable! That is absolutely brilliant. Go on, say another one. Who's that? Somebody else has gone as well. Who's that? Axel, who's lost it as well. Slightly different place. There it is. Yeah. Right, white line's just about to cross the line. So here we go. DRS open. Over to the left-hand side of the track, ready for turn 1. Down to third, I'd imagine. Yeah, third for white line. Then I find it easier just to short shift a little bit through the first these turns 2 and 3, but nicely done. For white lion. Head up to this fast left-right now. Just a quick gear change down. Just a little bit round the second part of it, and then he's invalidated there. Do you know that it's a strange thing about that corner, and I learned this off of Bushants. If you go slightly off on that corner, it invalidates you, but if you go well off, it doesn't. So on his hot lap, on his fast lap thing he does on YouTube, he goes well off and then turns in because he knows it won't invalidate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing he did it on his actual YouTube video, to be honest, because he shouldn't be doing that, you know, for everybody to watch, I suppose. So, it is, yeah. Starting again, so let's here we go again. Take 10. Right, I don't think he's actually doing a hot lap though. Not sure. Right. Right, here he comes. So it's on to what is the longest straight of the lap. And he opened up DRS again. probably your best opportunity to overtake. There was another great opportunity, of course, on the back straight as well. So, he's caught up to a Ferrari, which is really impeding him here. I think it's... Is it Dragoon? Yeah. But it's Dragoon who is showing he's on a hot lap as well, so... Obviously no reason for him to move out of the way. I think I'll just give up on the hilly hot lap for the moment. Try it a bit later on. Let them get their eye in a little bit. The yellow flag was in the same place, so... Bravo this time. That's on an in lap though, they've actually completed the lap. Both the Alpha Towers. Right, here comes Dragoon. This is 131.6 on the medium tyres. Scott behind him goes a bit quicker, 130.6. Definitely held up by the Ferrari, but as I say, he was on a hot lap though, the Ferrari, so no reason he should get out of the way. Yep. Yeah. .28.4, puts him in P2. Ah. Oh, Taz. What's he done then? Oh yeah, I can see him now. Sorry, there was a yellow flag by the pit exit, which was confusing me, so I was missing where he was, but he's still going to be there. We get around the Dragoon. I bet he disappears just as we come around the corner. Oh, that's an interesting one. I wonder if his wheel sort of switched off and he was ended up going straight into a wall. Not sure. Right, anyway, who's on a lap now? Mark, maybe? Yeah, pretty much. There are some tracks I use it at, but yeah, I mean, if you're close enough to the end of the race that you're going to put a set of softs on, I don't think there's much harm in using a scrub set in a way. So maybe that's a sign. Yep. Well, he's not got a time on the board yet, though, Dark Mark, so I shouldn't trust that too much. Losers has joined, by the way, so we're up to 20. Dark Mark over the line, 29.1, puts him in P6. I've no idea what to expect the cut-off to be, by the way. The way it's looking at the moment, I'd say somewhere maybe in the 30s. Right. Oh, nice. That's the first one. It's good. That's how you want it, though. Nice and competitive. Nice, nice, well done. That's a good job you're not racing tonight, you might get in the way of the championship battle. Good. Let's hope it goes again tonight then. 29.3 for Dark Lord, he's in the P7. Well, that's sort of time I'm thinking is going to be okay. Yeah, it's difficult to know, isn't it? To guess. Yeah, it could be. It's a very easy lap to invalidate, so it could be that. Yep. User's just coming down the back straight now. Yes. Over the line, 29.5 for Users, goes P5. Nicely done. Maybe I'm thinking a bit higher on the 30 something. Dragoon's on a 30.4, he's just crossed the line for that. Goomba though is 29.7. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure, I got a feeling that's a decent lap that from Goomba. We'll have to see. But having said that, I'm looking at the guys below. Spreader's just a gap back to get time on the board. He's coming up to the final corners now. Nosley's out on track. I don't know too much about Nosley yet, but he usually gets through Q1 when he races. 28.2 for the Spreader. Goes P2. Yeah. Still sat in the pit at the moment. Atkins, 6 minutes to go. Ah, right. Yeah, you might start from the back instead. Quite often, unless I know I can sort of qualify quite well in the top 10, I quite often will choose to start from the back instead. Sort of in the middle. Yeah, so they're going to be, well, not useless for the race, but they're not going to be a go-to tyre if a second set was needed. Mosley on his way down the back straight, just catching up to a Red Bull. That's it, yeah. That's why I prefer. So sometimes I do use them in Q1, but it's 29.2 from Nosley and goes P11. So our cut off is already a 20. Well, Fatal's just gone 29.8, and he's in 16th. So Goomba's down to P15 already. Scott is just starting a lap, so I'll stick with Scott. Excellent. So he's going to get one run in. I think he should cross the line with enough time that if he does a first lap that makes a mistake, he should be able to recharge and go again. So he's effectively going to get two bites of the cherry. He is, yeah, good quarter of a second. 61. Yeah. I mean, he might have a specific sector where he maybe made a mistake or something. First of the slow coast gets out of the way. Oh, look where he's catching these guys. Oh, they both get out of the way, to be fair to them. Oh, Axel gets a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Atkins. Is that what we just saw then? It was, wasn't it? I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like they were just both getting out of the way in a rather awkward position, but they must have hit each other. Scott improves into a 29.9, but that's not enough to get through. There's P17. Yeah. got a 5-place grid penalty for it, but he shouldn't be retiring on track though. That's the only thing. Well, Oozers is back out on an outlap, but you could go back in, Oozers. You don't need to do it. You're safe. Because Scott is the only one out on track. So Goomba is the only one that could potentially drop down if Scott's improving. But, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, in all fairness. Yeah. Oh, Atkins is out. Okay, so Dragoon's coming out. So, all right then, Oozers is right. Actually, he's not safe. Scott's in sort of pits, so he is safe once again. Well, no, he's not actually, because Fatal's out as well, so potentially could still get knocked out. So, and Goomba's out, so yeah, they're doing the right. He's done the right thing actually, just going back out. Oh, oops. He's just coming over the line to start his hot lap. Just check the chat a minute. I haven't looked at the chat for ages. Right, okay. Oh, for goodness sake, Grezza. I've totally forgotten to... Yeah, he spun. I've totally forgotten to include your audio. I've been chatting away to you without anybody able to hear you. Oh no, they did! Oh, I've just included it now. I don't know. I think you got to click it as well. On your side. Oh, just to clarify for everyone, right at the start, if you couldn't work it out, Grezza, commentator, cursed 2 drivers in a row by saying that they are really reliable,
10 seconds after
don't
each
tend
other.
to spin, and they literally both spun at the same point on their first hot laps. I've forgotten who it was, I must admit.
Scott Larkin Scott it was. I remember. Remember who I cursed.
Oh, Oozers spun again. Let's come off of Oozers.
Right, so he's now relying on Goomba and Dragoon.
Yeah.
Not to beat them. But they are both on a lap. But I haven't seen Goomba set this time, but he's in the final sector. Needs a couple of attempts and a bit. He's just down, yeah.
Slightly down, and he's clicked the wall on the exit, which is probably going to slow him down the straight. He's going to need a super final few corners. Well, I say that, no, he is in 15th, so it's the others that have got to improve.
I think Dragoon's got the pace if he puts a lap in.
Goomba does improve. So it's basically a 10th. Bit of defiance is slightly
8 attempts up is Dragoon.
8 attempts, we'll put him 6,
8, not enough at a minute.
That would put Dragoon through, but only just by the skin of his teeth. So, Fatal over the line, doesn't quite improve this time. He's half a 10th down. Dragoon moves up to 12th, so that will knock Goomba out. Unlucky Goomba. So close to getting through Q1 this week. So,
oh, sorry, knocks out Goomba, yeah, you're right, not Oozers.
Yeah, Oozers gets pushed into the garage and is safely through to Q2, just about. Right. Okay, yeah. Well, Hilly, are you talking to someone or have you lost the plot? Oh, Ollie, thank you very much, my friend. You legend. Vice Racing, hello. Pick a random number between 0 and 1500. 666 says, well. 666. Right, there we go. Anyway, so obviously the top guys are through. Axel is through. on his time.
If
But
he
of course,
retired on track, is his car in the garage or is he out?
he is now. He's through. He can take part in the next session.
Okay.
There's the instance, just in case. But wherever he qualifies, he's got a 5-place grid penalty. Okay. Yeah, Ollie, thank you very much, man.
I say paddock. I say the Discord. Atkins may have blocked Axel. He may have been on a lap.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's not very nice. Wales says of Visgreza, he's probably best left on mute. That's harsh.
Bloody hell, Whale. I thought we were friends.
Isn't it? Hey, Shaz. I say oozers, but somebody else is saying it's ozers. You say ozers, don't you? I say
I'm
oozers,
just
you
calling
say
you
ozers.
If you say users, fair enough.
I don't know, I'd probably say it wrong. Lion thinks I'm saying it wrong. He says it's ozers, like you say it, but Wales says oozers, like I say it. And Vice Racing still
There's only one oozers or oozers, so it don't matter.
Nah, we know we're talking about Series only one. Flying Scotsman. Usually flying into a wall, unfortunately, but he's flying. And Vice Racing still says he still can't believe that you've ruined the counting in the Discord.
It was an actual accident. I just tried to type 101 and type 201.
You're proper blacklisted for that one, man. That was a bad moment. I think
everyone's done it in the week. It's just because it wasn't after 100, so they don't get the stick.
Exactly, yeah. But
Taz wants an invite. Have I got you, Taz? Let's have a look.
Yeah, in all fairness, I think if anybody had the power to, I think you may have actually got kicked on that one. If anybody could have, but luckily. Right, I'm going to try again for the Hilly Hot Lap. Who's first? Looks like it's an Aston to me.
It's Dark Mark.
That so look green on the mini-map to me. That's what I said it was an Aston.
I hope I don't curse him again.
The thing is, that Haas behind him is Kamarov, so I'm not going to go Dark Mark, I'm going to go Kamarov, because surely you would definitely be alright with Cammy. Cammy across the line then, DRS open. There we go. Got deja vu here. And over to the left hand side, ready for turn 1, down to 3rd gear. Oh no, 2nd. Open it up through turns 2 and 3. Said before, just be a bit careful. A bit low on the old traction through there. Put up to the quick left,
Dark
right.
Round.
Oh, Big D's out. God, they're dropping like flies.
Where is he? Where is he?
He's in the...
He's in that wall, yeah. He's in the same wall.
He is. Sorry, back to Kamarov. He opens it up down the longest straight of the lap. DRS open. Now down into the tight little twisty section. Laid on the braking for this left-hander and down... Well, Cammy down to 2nd. I must say I'd usually do 4th through there. Stays in 2nd throughout there. And chicane, which if you use cockpit view like I do, that is completely blind. You can't see it whatsoever. And exit out onto the next long straight. And PRS opens here. Head up, keep it over to the right hand side, ready for what's effectively the final corner. Very low on traction on the exit again, so just be a bit careful. And open up steering as best you can. Should come around here, so it likes to try and pull the car into the inside wall. But, over the line, 28.4, job done. Half a second slower than he went in Q1, but yeah, that would have been scrubs, as you say. Dre, I think that's your answer. That Dre's turning up, that goes faster than Kamarov. On a 28.493, 6 thousandths. White Lion 28.9. Dragoon 29.4, 29.6 for Dark Lord. Robbo on his way down the back straight. I think there's a couple more before that. Merck crossing the line, isn't there? Spriggs, 28.1. Here comes Robbo, 28.4. There's P2. That's starting to look a bit tight.
That's a good lap from Spreader. That's
yeah.
unscrubbed.
27.9. If that's on scrubs, that's a very good lap. What would you say that would cost him? About half a second, roughly?
Yeah, and that's sort of where we were the other night, to be fair, in Q3. So it could be just a very good scrub lap, but it is harder in start of Q2. It's not as rubbed in as it track.
No, that's it. Yeah.
And you've had less practice and time to get build towards that last lap. So.
That's it. 28.3 from Shrek puts him in P3 at the moment. I believe Cammy's dropped to P6 already on that 28.4.
Yeah.
Axel, I think. No, he's just starting the lap. Sorry, Axel.
He wasn't as quick as he has been at Miami on Tuesday. I mean, he was in the pack, but you know, you normally see Cammy is clearly like the quickest driver in the league, in the division. And he's normally a good couple of tabs ahead of someone, you know. But everyone, we was in the mix with everyone the other night, you know. He's not slow, but he's not, obviously not got the outright quality pace he has at some tracks.
Ah, right. That surprises me, because he usually likes a street circuit. So, I mean, Singapore is the one that sticks out in my mind. He's lightning right now.
Yeah, I think he likes the high downforce ones like Singapore. And
right. Okay.
it's a bit different, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually the other way round, isn't it? It wants you to go as low as possible on wings around here, pretty much. So you just lose. It's two massive straights, so.
Big D the other night was so quick on the straights, and he was literally going backwards at the corners.
Yeah.
We can see if he's adjusted his setup or not. Maybe not, because he binned it, so maybe it points to a lack of downforce.
Yeah, I would suggest that, definitely. Here comes Axel then, just at the final corners, heads to the line. And 28.6 from Axel, puts him in P7. Not to forget, he's got that 5-place grid penalty.
Jack's not messing around, you know, he's getting a bit dull, you know, really. I wonder if...
Yeah.
It looks like it's getting dull.
It does. Well, looking up to the sky, the clouds definitely look a bit dark. So, maybe. Whether it come in as quick as the end of this session or whether Q3 might be a little bit damp, don't know.
Well, I was just looking at camera because he's gone straight out, leaving no time after his scrub lap. But
no, it's not hanging about, is he? So
I'm pretty
maybe...
sure if it was that desperate, then they wouldn't have done a scrub lap. So.
No,
But they knew it was raining in 5 minutes. They wouldn't have done a scrub lap. They would have just gone on fresh softs, wouldn't they?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right, Dark Mark again. He's in the first sector. Let's keep it together, lad. Every time I jump on board, please hit spin again. Moves onto the back straight now. It says purple sector 1, but you know. Might get a nice toe as well from the Alpine.
Sorry, Dark Mark, is it?
Yeah.
Good swing there, there we go.
Yeah, Tower just getting out of the way. That's just a characteristic of this track like there. The nose is so lazy. Just can't ever get it into the tight corners at the end of the straights.
Yeah.
Not hanging a wheel over there, you can do it on this track as well, on this little bit.
That's it. 103.6 through sector 2.
I do think Dark Mark seems to be struggling a little bit at this track. From what I've seen so far, I might be completely wrong and he just needs some rhythm, but...
Yeah, it's not an easy track. If you haven't had much time to practice, you know, since last Friday, ready for this track, it's not an easy track to just jump in on.
28.7, and I think Dark Mark will have been a bit scared of what's happened before, so probably a bit of a tentative lap that.
Yeah, which is fair enough. It wants to get one on the board, so
yeah,
it puts him into P8 at the
Davis.
moment. So
Jumping to the line now, into ninth.
Jump up ninth, yeah. 28.9.
I think we're gonna have a mega battle for the final peak for Q3 here.
Well, at the moment, there's a half a second between 10th and 11th. So whether that's an indication to us that the guys in the drop zone are likely to be the ones dropping out. Start Lords across the line. 29.1.
I bet you they've done scrub laps as well though. That half a second is probably because they're on a scrub lap.
Could be.
Dark Lord it will be.
Cammy in a way improves to a 27.6.
Here comes Oozers then.
But these guys are important because you got Dark Lord at the moment. It's just gone 29.1 in P11. Oh, he's out. He's crashed. Not far from where we are with Oozers, so I'll stick with Oozers. We should spot him. It's there. Oh, he's halfway across the track. I mean, that's a clear getting on the power, but that is poor from Dark Lord because that's you know, that's an in lap. So just done his time, 29.1.
Spread was psyching him up the other day. He was online. Dark Mark retired in pits, has he?
Trying to look. I think he has.
No, he's out. He's out. Oh no, that was Dark Lord. Sorry, that he was in the pits.
Yeah, Dark Mark was in the pits. Dark Lord's retired, crashed on track. Why has Dark Mark done that? Yeah, I'm just wondering if it started to spit or something, and that's why Dark Mark's decided to just retire on what he's done. You can't always see it straight away.
That is a telltale sign, isn't it?
So, here comes Oozers. Well, that looks decent. It puts him into P12. And that's Oozers' first run. So
doesn't make sense that it's going to rain now because there's still so many in the pits.
Yeah, and
Dark Martin, how many sets of tyres do you get? He's done 3 runs and 2 spins. Has he got any fresh sets left? He will have one, will he?
You get set 1, 2, 3, and an extra set for Q3, don't you? So
that's it then. He's got no fresh sets.
Yeah, so maybe he feels that's it. He's done what he can do. It either gets him through, or it doesn't. At least if it gets him through, he gets the 4th set. Shrek way down on his time. Maybe he made a mistake. Still, I can't see any rain, so I don't think it is. It's into the pits in a way, Shrek. Oh, hang on. Oh, I thought I got a better view.
Maybe
I
Shrek
don't think
better sighter.
Right, it's not raining. Dragoon's improving. He's up 3.5 temps just in sets of 1. So to actually get into the top 10, he needs to find just over half a second. So he's certainly on target if he's managed to go a bit quicker. Well, he gained a little bit in sets of 2, but not enough. Sets of 3 is not the easiest to place, or you know, it's not that easy to gain time in sets of 3, so it's effectively just a straight in one corner.
Nosey's surely coming out.
Using all the track Dragoons to try and force some time. And he gets 28.9, he does go into P10.
Davis behind him, is he going to come straight out? Oh no. Must have invalidated Davis or something there.
Yeah, either that or he backed out.
So he's just started. Nosey is definitely out the pit lane.
Yep, he's just ahead of us on track actually, so I'm going to catch him in just a moment.
It's raining. I swear it's raining. No, I'm seeing things. I definitely saw drops then.
Yeah, I just saw one. Yeah, I agree with you. It started raining. It has. It's definitely started raining. I can see it more clearly now. That's it then. I think that's it because that's starting to come down quite hard, I think, already. That's going to affect the track immediately.
Yeah, so we're thinking Davis out then. I think it's going to be how it is.
Yeah, I'll stick with him till the end of sector 2, but I think we'll see a plus. Right, it's only by half a tenth. Gotta love the track map, haven't you? It shows in purple in that sector 2 in his lost time. It's just,
That's all Davis needs, interestingly.
Taz shouts rain, he agrees. Vice Racing, I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, he's
He
just missed
just
out.
misses out. So close to improving, despite.
He was up until the final corner. Oh, Knowles is so
now.
tentative on the
Knowles
throttle
lead,
to sector 1. I can't see him getting it quick enough lap in here.
Surely sector 1 is just going to be an impossibility in these sorts of conditions. I need to imagine
They're
that
all going to
tight
have
bit
low
as well.
downforce as well.
Yeah.
They're all going to have low downforce setups in the wet in Q3.
He is
It's
up.
going to be absolutely chaos.
How? He's up. Only not by a huge amount, but he is up.
He must have made a big mistake because I think he's quicker than the time he put on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, overall, in actual fact, to get through, he needs more than a second. Just.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I mean, it's a hot climate, Miami, so it could just evaporate off. You never know.
Yeah. It's half a second up. It's where your boss has words with you and says, "How did you manage to go quicker after it started raining than you did before?" You're in trouble. Got some explaining to do. Here he comes in. Surely he hasn't gained half a second. No. So, in fact, lost a little bit in the final sector, but a fair improvement though. And we start from 14th. Oozers will start the race from 13th, Dark Lord 12th, and Davis into the pits. So he will be starting the race from P11, which on last year's game would not have been a bad thing at all with the tyre choice.
No.
But, I think it's a shame they got rid of that. I like that. Having to try and get through Q2 on the medium tyres if you want to start on them.
Completely agree.
It's good fun. And just as Davis gets pushed in, it comes up with DRS disabled. It's where we go out in Q3 and it's completely dry again. You ready? Right. Camera off fastest on the 27.6, but no, it should. So we should be swishing Swinters. I'd imagine they may have to be quick. I guess.
It might be first lap across the line. Yeah, you're right. We're right.
Maybe. Is it Davis or Davis? Does it matter? Vice Racing, do you mean is it Davis or Davies? And if that's what you're asking, I'm English, so it's Davis. Don't really have a Davies in English, I don't think. I think that's a Welsh thing.
Yeah, who's the snooker player? What's his name?
Steve Davis, or Mark Davis, or is there any other Davises?
I swear there's a Davies.
I don't know any Davies.
No, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your other question, Vice Racing. Why do I use cockpit cam? Because it's the best cam. It's the best camera for racing. It's I know there's some downsides to it, and people say you're quicker in the other thing, but it's not true. You're quickest in whatever you get best used to. But I've just used it for that long. It's I have tried the other cameras, but my God, I can't use them at all. So let's either use cockpit now or
Right, I think
don't
we're
play.
going to see 6 or 7 laps of fuel here. Everyone will just be lapping to try and get the best lap time and get used to the track. And we'll find out if it's going to get worse or not.
That's it. I think this is proper interweather now. So who's that? That's a Red Bull. So Shrek's kind of or bike line. But actually, yeah, both Red Bulls into Q3. You've seen that a couple of times this season, Grez, haven't we? It's the Red Bulls.
Yeah, when Lion pulled his socks up, you can hang it with Shrek.
Definitely.
Just
Yeah.
has the odd mare, doesn't he?
Despite being at the garages first, Kamarov's actually got onto track first, as he so often does. He likes the limelight, does Cammy? No, I don't use a halo vice racing because if I used a halo, I literally can't see a thing. So I, I use the I still use racing line at the moment. So if I used a halo, I wouldn't be able to see the racing line because I'd be pointing at it, and the halo would be in the way. So you know. But no, if I could learn the actual proper braking points and all that, which I probably will, I'm about F1 2030 or something, then I'd probably use the halo. So,
Who
Cammy,
do I want to curse?
what's your top three then? Grazzo, do you think?
It's wet, so I'm going for spread.
He does like it wet, doesn't he? And
After that, I don't know, Kamarov's Big Shrek, anyone.
yeah,
Lion's shown you got a little bit of pace, so maybe you could get one up there.
yeah. I think I'm going to go with Cammy. Just he's been the qualifying king this season, so I'm going to stick with him. With Spreader and P2, and let's have a Spriggs potentially. No, I'm going to say Dre seems to be on it a bit tonight, so I'm going to say Dre in P3.
Ooh, spread having a little wiggle in sector 1. He's got absolutely no grip in the wet on these long corners onto that back straight.
So different, isn't it? So different in these conditions. Cammy still in the track. I've just realised, by the way, on the old Davis and Davies thing, you might have been thinking about Mark Davis, Greza, because he does spell it with the IES.
Right.
But it is just Davis still.
Right, we're going to get our first times then.
Here we go. Cammy, 34.9. Red Bull cross the line, White Lion, 35.1. So nice and tight. Here's Spreader, 35.1 as well. 7 thousandths below White Lion. Yeah, oh no, Aston's into the pit. So, not happy with something there. Maybe wants to change something on the setup. Spriggs. 34.6 from Spriggs. That's handy. I mean, probably all these guys are likely to go faster, aren't they, as they get used to it? As long as the weather's not getting worse,
yeah.
that is. But, Robbo, 35.9. He's one to keep an eye on, Robbo, presuming he's lobby host again tonight, which I think he is.
Right, I've got a suggestion here. If you see Dragoon, he's sat in the pits on softs.
Yeah.
Telling me that he might be drying up. Putting a banker in.
Yeah, don't want to risk going out on the inters. Going to let everybody else do the work, dry it all up, and then come out himself. Yeah, no, perhaps it's going to be close at the end.
Robbo's half a second up here on his second lap.
Yeah.
I don't think he's burning now.
Up.
Well, there we go. Second lap. Could even suggest it's drying as well because it does look like it's stopped.
Yeah, that's a lot faster from both Cammy and Spreader.
Yeah, they're all doing it. There's no Dark Mark, Axel, Dre, Dragoon still sat in the pits.
So
Just gonna
potentially
open
these
new
guys
locker,
are just
waiting
out,
for it to dry.
yeah, drying the track up. While they 4 lazy arses sit in the pits and just let them do it. Wait for it to dry.
Gonna be a one-lap shootout at the end, everyone. We've got 5
Yep.
minutes to wait.
Potentially, it can work out. It's the last person over the line. Takes the pole. Who can time it well?
Glad we've seen a bit of rain.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if we got any coming in the race though.
There we go.
Yeah,
DRS
there you
is
go.
now enabled.
Yeah, so I think that tells us everything. Even though it's DRS enabled, it could still be a little bit of time. Well, yeah, it's not good. Still over 5 minutes, so forget that. It's going to easily get to full slicks. Well, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Spriggs is already coming out on the softs. Perhaps he's put on a set of scrubs in order to get a sighter on where the grip is at the moment. But the problem is, it would completely change by the time he comes in and changes his tires again. So.
He just does one lap on scrub to get used to the track, then boxes this lap.
Yeah.
It seems a bit random why he's done that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that he's just gone out on a set of scrubs, but in order to do a sort of check of where the grip is. But as I say, surely it'll change again by the time he gets out again.
Well, if he was doing that, I'd be pushing the limits on this outlap, and he's not.
No. Perhaps he's going to do 2 outlaps. Honestly, don't know. Perhaps he just thought to himself he's going to do 2 outlaps, because if the track's still a little bit wet, yeah, it could be difficult to get the tyres up to temperature. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he just didn't think about it at all and just stuck a set of softs on and went out without thinking, oh, yeah, I should probably let the track dry up a bit. We'll see how he gets on anyway.
I always think there must be a reason for everyone doing something, but we never actually encounter it. It may just be an absolute mistake.
I accidentally pressed A. That's the most likely one. I accidentally pressed the button.
Dragoon, another one who's doing the same, is out, and he's on the lap now.
Yeah, Dragoon's already on the lap.
And it's going to be his only run.
Dre is also on an outlap. So, sorry, let's go down to Dragoon then. Shows us purple in sets of 1, but we'd expect that in a way, but...
It probably is purple, yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. Sets 2 and 3 definitely will be, because the DRS down the straight, so... I mean, in all fairness, looking at the ground, just to look at it, it does look dry. But,
it does, doesn't it?
What you want now, Dragoon, is for it to start raining again now. Just start raining again now. Guaranteed pole position. That throw, everyone. Here he comes,
it was dry, Laguna, in Q1, and then it rained at the end of Q2. It was wet for the start of Q3. It's now drying.
Yeah. So 29.3 from Dragoon tells that it's easily ready for the slicks. Where's Spriggs? There he is.
You do just feel last one across the line, though. He's got the best track.
Yeah. Well, he's timed as such. As long as he's got the fuel, he's going to be able to do a cool-down lap. But he's taking the best life out of the softs, though. 27.8, though. It's not the sort of time we'd normally expect to see his pole, but because of the scenario, it could end up doing it tonight. I'm personally,
that's not a bad time,
I
don't think, at all. That's a good time, that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dartmouth wasn't in the session. Oh, he's only just got in. He's missed his chance to put a lap in. I didn't know that he left.
I didn't see that either. Sorry, Dartmark. Sorry, Daguna, I think Grez has just told you. I don't know whether. Here comes Dre then. Can't mark the tires it from session. Yeah, sorry about that, Dark Mark. If I'd have seen your message sooner, we'd have noticed sooner. We'd have invited you back, buddy. Dre goes P2 anyway on a 28.5. So that shows how good Spriggs' lap was.
Right, spreader. We're on board with spreader. Oh, I am. Oh, he's missed the apex of one.
So it's a bit of a catch-22 in this situation, because if you go out and try and absolutely hammer your lap and you make a mistake, you know, you're going to be starting down in the bottom echelons of the top 10.
He's got the balls to go for a one-lap shootout and put all balls to the wall. Yeah.
That's it. So some others will think, well, actually, I'd rather just, you know, take it slightly easier, maybe lose a few tenths through the lap, but make sure I get a decent time on the board.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness me. A lot of curve there on the chicane.
That's how you take it, though. That was nice.
Yeah, it was
Just
nice,
right.
yeah.
29.1, is that he's on for? He's not on a great lap. Four times his delta.
Checkered flag is
Jack's
out.
left.
Jack has left indeed. Checkered flag's out. Don't know what's going on there. Invite him. Oh, I can't invite him. Why can't I invite him? Yeah, I can.
I'll do it.
Invite sent. Sorry. Spreader goes fastest then, 27.7. Spriggs on the 27.8. Shrek, 27.8.
Lying through the final corner. Axel just ahead as well, actually. He's got 6.
28.0 from White Lion. We'll confirm the final positions. White Lion P4. So the Red Bulls
Amroth starts P9.
back in qualifying. So Spreader on pole, Spriggs in P2, Shrek in 3, White Lion in 4. Brilliant for the Red Bulls. AlphaTauri and Robbo in P5, but remember he's got the host advantage, so he could launch at the start here. Dre in P6, Axel P7, Dragoon in P8, and Kamarov P9. Fastest lap was on the Inters. Dark Mark, unfortunately, because that disconnects that we didn't see, we'll start from P10.
I think he got Kamarov as well. He's down in P9.
There we go. Kamarov's just joined back.
Screwing people.
So yeah, unfortunately, does and well, Cammy with work to do in the race. So, in all fairness, throughout most of the season, it's been the other way around. It's been Spreader that's had to do a bit of work in some of the races and get back through the grid a bit. So tonight, Cammy's going to have to do the work.
I'm going to go make a brew, matey, so I'll be back.
Yeah. No worries, I'm going to do the same, grab a quick coffee.
Get a coffee as well, won't you?
Yeah. So, see you in a moment. Okay, guys, back with you. And, yeah, Kai, not long now, mate, and we get to do it all again on 23. Don't Mark, not having much luck. Yeah. It swings and roundabouts, guys, that's all I can say, really. You will find that, don't you? You do sometimes feel like you get really terrible luck in one league, and yet in another league it seems to be fine, and, you know, strange. Oh no, Cam, I thought you got back in time, because your name come back as joined when I was still on the loading screen, so I thought you made it in time. So you can't do your fuel or anything then. Oh, nightmare.
Oh, camera. We're counting the days for the new one, aren't we?
We are, indeed. It's, what was it? What
It's
day did they say? Was it
two
June
people now.
16th? 16th
Yeah,
or 13th if you pre-order the Champions Edition.
yeah. Do you know what? We completely guessed the end of the calendar, and it's the exact week before the new game.
Is it really? Excellent. So we can start the season on the week of release then, and have all the glitches in one race.
Yeah. I just want to give you some enlightenment on the championship battle we've got in this division.
Okay.
So I think Kamarov around a race win ahead of spread at the moment, but he's told us he's going to have to miss the last race because he's on holiday. So it's just that sort of just igniting that championship battle a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
If you
It's
count
still,
that, they're pretty much level on points. I mean, 35 points. Kamarov saying wants to win 30.
yeah. So, well, not the last race he's saying. Brazil. Is that not the last race?
Oh, you're gonna miss Brazil. Okay.
The penultimate race. Yeah, last race is Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi do.
Hmm.
So it could come down to that. Let's see what happens here first. But Kami has confirmed that he can't do his fuel or anything, so he's
He's on the
probably starting on
hards.
hards.
Hmm.
Well, that might not be a bad thing, starting on hards.
If he gets a poorly timed safety car, though, I would be extremely pissed off.
Yeah, it is hilly. Why is it? That seems to be the go-to strat everywhere now, hards to medium.
Oh, Ollie,
Or
at
even
least you
hards
can
to
save
soft.
yourself a tenner on the Champions Edition because all you actually get with that is 3 days access. Let's be honest.
Pretty much
I'm not
is,
going to
isn't
use
it?
a Max Verstappen branded helmet or anything like that.
No.
I don't care about that.
I've got 50 odd thousand Bitcoins on this game I haven't used, so I don't very many on, don't really need them. Yeah. Well, Lisa, so what do we get then, Ollie? About a week before that you get on it? So we get a week head start on you? I could be quicker than Ollie for a week, Greza. Be happy with that.
I'm sure he'll catch up pretty quickly.
No doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
He'll probably come in just when everyone's nailed the setups.
Yeah. Just in time to nick 'em all off the time trial.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it'll be.
Oh, thank you, Revcus. Cons are doing a great job. Keep it up, lads. Thank you, Rev.
No problem.
Countdown has begun. We'll see what everybody's on. We know what Cameron's on. He's on hards. And he's got 3 laps too much fuel. Right. Here we go. So, I'm right, am I? That Robbo is host tonight, is he?
Is he?
I don't know. I mean, if the spreader's on pole, so if it's spreader, he's going to be like through turn 1 before anybody moves.
Was it not Davis? I know it could be
Oh,
Robbo.
it could be
Robbo was
Davis.
asking
Sorry,
for a
no,
few
yeah, I
more
think you're right. It's Davis, isn't it? I'm getting mixed up between the two Alpha Towers.
Alpha Tauris.
It's Davis, or just to please the man in chat, Davies. Oh dear. So starting P10, he'd probably be up 4 places to about P6. Actually, I say that. I'll be honest. On the last two or three comms I've done now through this last week, it hasn't really been much of an advantage on the ones I've done this last week. So, in fact, one of the races you couldn't even see it. So, I think they might. I don't want to say they've sorted it, but it looks like it's a lot better anyway.
Now, the tyres are very interesting. Spriggs has gone opposite.
Yeah. So, spreader starting on the mediums, Spriggs on the hards. So
It might be a spreading Shrek's first stint, followed by everyone trying to catch him on the second.
yeah, surprised Red Bull aren't split the strategy, starting next to each other.
Possibly, although they just struggle to communicate with being crossplay, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
Well, they have a chat, they have a garage, maybe.
I'm just looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, can you believe it? 10 drivers are starting on mediums, 10 drivers are starting on hards. 50-50 split. Nobody wanted the softs. Don't blame them. It's one of the tracks, isn't it? That I know they don't last very well at any track on 22, really, but this is one of the tracks where they really don't last the softs, do they? They go off very quickly, indeed.
Just going to say, Ollie, you'll have to send us a pic of your new rig when you get it.
Oh, definitely.
I've been thinking about getting an upgrade myself recently. But anyway, let's shut up and let the start
Yeah.
happen.
Right then. Oh, okay. Who should I go on board with? Because the forecast comes crap. Spriggs is pointing at spreader.
I think he's only going to go backwards. And I'm hard. That must be for defence.
All the lights are on. Out they go, and away we go. Spriggs actually starts quite well. Spreader always starts well, though. Never going to get him on the line. And, turn 1 then. And Davis. Oh, Cammy's out!
No.
Cammy is out. Sort of, I think it's on the entrance. Well, it's coming out of turn 1 into 2. And that is a full safety car immediately. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Is that cold hard, or has he had contact with someone?
I honestly don't know. There was a couple of position changes going on in the sort of area where he was between Davis and someone else, but then all of a sudden his name blanked out, so I really don't know.
The odds on Bet365 of PRF1's outright champions has just changed massively.
Yeah. Can you believe that the top 6 are still the same, exactly the same? None of the top 6 changed positions. Dark Mark's up 2.
Yeah, it was the mid-pack. I saw like an Aston was in a bit squeezed 3 wide into turn 1. There was a bit of contact.
Right.
I don't know if there's any damage.
See if we can spot
And
any
it
in
was
there.
just in front of that, so we never really got caught up in that or not.
Davis, who should have had the Bobby advantage, if there is one anymore. He's up 1 place, but that is the place that's been given up by Cammy, so...
Did be screwing on in the Twitch chat? Let's
Start
have
Lord?
it.
Is he... Oh no, yeah, no, I thought he was missing the right end plate, but he's not. He's,
We're about to see if anyone pits, aren't we?
yeah.
Oh, there is someone.
Losers gone through Axel. Oh, Fatal Defiance is in. That's an Aston Martin.
Maybe this could be a tactical medium now for Fatal. This may not even be damage. No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's not
medium, medium.
damage.
It's a
You're
good
right.
shout.
You got the places. So, what is it? 1, 2. Yeah, so he's given up 4 places, but we'll be doing medium, medium.
I'm actually looking at it now. He's absolutely had people like Scott and Atkins off there because I think that's a much better strategy.
Yeah. Taz up 8 places, by the way. Taz has had a lightning start from P19 to 11.
On the hards.
Yeah. Cammy not happy in the chat, but I don't know what's happened. He's not actually said what's happened. Holly's asked him, but he's not replied.
Right, it's a bit unusual. It came in after 1 lap the other night. And I was on the back straight now with cold tyres, hadn't bothered warming them up, and it said safety car in. I was like, what?
Really?
So I'm wondering, because Fatal's pretty much there.
When did it come up? Yeah, it's not supposed to, is it? The safety car does usually have to do 2 laps.
No, but he's done it
unless
twice
it's
in the last
right at
few
the
weeks
end.
to me.
Right, because it's got to leave 2 clear laps remaining when it comes in. So
Yeah.
that's. I know it will only do the 1 lap if it wouldn't leave that, but I take it you mean sort of earlier in the race.
Yeah, it was a lot early in the race, yeah. It just completely caught me off guard. To be honest, it needs to do that more often because we're all ready to go. Who's pitting there? Oh, Knowles is just going to do the same. I think he's listening to us.
Knowsley's listening. Cheeky. So, yeah, he's onto the mediums. And he'll drop to the back.
Cameron maybe spun off the side of Dragoon by the sounds of it or something like that.
Right, okay.
It's too much. Too many cars going into one place, probably sounds like it.
Yeah. I must admit, I'll hold my hands up and admit, the last time I raced here, I did actually cause a bit of a crash at the start.
It's easily done. I mean, it was this time last season actually when we actually had an absolute mare of a Grand Prix. Remember? And it was me and you on comms again that day.
Yeah.
And it's just because you try and make a move, you brake slightly too late. It looks like a dive, and you end up in a wall, and you can kill people in front of you because you just can't stop the car. It's the nature of the track.
Yeah, it is.
Things look a lot worse than they are.
Yeah, definitely. Right, definitely be in this lap. Knowsley's already on the back of Fatal, so well, we'll see how that works out for those two, but potentially that's a great shout.
Yeah.
So another safety car quite quickly. They won't need to pit, but presumably others would be tempted. So,
Or they could just go hard to the end if there's not medium won't make it.
yeah. There's the confirmation. Let's go to the front then. I think Spriggs will be quite happy with this safety car. It's got to get those hards up to temperature though. It's so hard to get the hards
There
up to
was a
temperature.
really comical moment the other night on a safety car restart. Because somebody spun just after the final corner. 2 cars got illegal and slowed down. And Dark Lord had nowhere to go and just went blind through them and managed to avoid everyone somehow.
Brilliant.
Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, Spreads goes. Ooh. Shrek's been rather nice this race. He's over a second behind him.
Yeah, Lions on pressure on him, 2 Red Bulls.
Yeah. Ryan, well, I expect Lions probably saying, well, come on, teammate, let's go.
Yeah, real. Taz up another position, Davis up 1.
And Taz may get another one as well. Yeah. Dragoon another hard starter. And I think he's well, I say Dragoon's another hard starter. Taz is a hard starter. He's absolutely flying. So here's a potential Big D. Oh, we've got to
Atkins.
Atkins, yeah. He's round on the gets to that strange left-hander onto a straight. And Fatal Defiance leaves the session.
I'll get him. You watch the action.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Right, okay, Big D up to P11, and now onto the back of his teammate Dragoon. Dragoon just seems to be struggling a bit on the restart. He's not made that corner very well, and Big D really is on his gearbox now. In fact, he's getting out of the way of Big D. He's going to let his teammate through, but he doesn't want to let the Alpine through as well. There he is, Fatal. Thanks for that, Grezza.
Shrek needs to make a move quick on Spriggs, I think.
And, is he into the pits here? No, he's carrying on Dragoon. I don't know what's wrong, but he's definitely struggling. But he is staying out. But yeah, you're right. Spreader is already starting to create a gap. He's already got him out. Oh, Atkins is out on the final corner.
Don't bring out a
Depends where
safety
the car is as to whether that's going to... Usually it's already done it by now, hasn't it? I think we should be alright. There's no one near him, so hopefully...
Yeah, here comes Shrek then. He's starting to make his grip pay here.
Obviously, no DRS just yet. That'll be the next lap. So he's setting it up nicely. We'll be in half a second now. Just where you need to be about 4 attempts, roughly. Should give you an opportunity on either straight.
We've got Goomba on the outside of Scott here.
No, it's alright. That was a massive bit of lag on my TV. On my TV, Shrek just whacked the wall, but he didn't. Shrek then, here he goes. Didn't need the DRS. Absolutely glides past. That guy's got low wings.
He gets Robbo.
And he's consolidated it now as well. So now he's Shrek into P2, and he will now see if there's anything he can do about Spreader.
Oh, Fatal. He got away with that. Break too late. Big D's got Taz.
Yeah. Big D ahead of Taz. Dragoon coming under all sorts of pressure still.
Expecting the move from Davis on Dark Mark here with the tyres, and nosy down here against Scott.
Yes, a couple of possibles. Scott's in the DRS of Goomba, so might make it difficult for Mosley. Yeah, I think let's go down to them. Don't always get the opportunity to see the guys down the back too much, so... Davis gets start mark. I've gone to the wrong one. Damn it. Essentially, maybe not. Mosley is making a move, but unfortunately, they've caught Goomba.
Scott.
Oh, Scott's ended up round. Is he at Goomba?
Yeah, he's gone too late on the brakes. Nowhere to go. He's at Goomba in front of him.
Oh dear. Okay. And well, that's allowed Nosey past both of them. Who will now look to get after Rosers, who. It's now on the back of Dragoon. Dragoon is hemorrhaging places. Unless he's been, like, had some contact Dragoon and he's got some sort of, damage to the body of the car. I don't know what's causing his superb qualifying. Scott is in, Fatal's in.
Fatal hit the wall the previous lap.
He did hit the wall. Oh, right, okay. I see. Scott.
He had to avoid... He braked too late and had to go right to avoid hitting him, but there was a wall there, so... He hit the wall instead of the other person, which is, I suppose, nice of him.
Preferring both of them have definitely taken a new wing as White Lion makes a move on Spriggs. And he's up into P3. Spriggs don't need to worry
Spriggs
too much.
Is laughing it. If he can sit in the DRS of Lion, get pulled along while them mediums are quicker, that's a good race strategy.
Absolutely.
Battle for the lead.
Save energy. He's using a bit of energy there. I don't think he really needs to be doing that. Actually.
Spread's not going to have it all his own way here, because Shrek has caught him and he's just going to
It's flying. Shrek. Well, both Red Bulls are. Dark Mark stayed on the back of Davis. Davis managed to get away, so that's still going on. Oh no! Good kicked. Why? No, I do seem to have a little bit more trouble with this on a Friday night than I do other nights, you know, because I'm getting kicked. Who spun? Yeah, definitely. Come on, game. It's alright, I'm alright. Just joining the lobby now. Don't you start, Shaz. Having a go at my internet again. Nothing wrong with my internet. I mean, there is, but, you know. Okay, yeah, Cammy's saying that he had hards with no temperature and he's hit Dragoon and that's it. So, of course, he wouldn't have had control of the car until after the formation, that would he? So I wouldn't be surprised if it started him on the 70-degree tyres. Right, back in. Here we go. What are we watching? It's got to be the leaders, hasn't it? I think. Shrek had a little look then. Had a little look on the inside. Wasn't quite close enough on that occasion. Where are we energy-wise? Well, actually, Shrek's got nearly 20% more than Spreader. Yeah, I was going to say, seems to have the pace, so would he be better served to just stay in the DRS? Yeah, so overtake going on now. Spriggs' hard tyres are starting to come to life as he goes back past White Lion. And he's now into P3. Yeah, so he's consolidated that. I don't think Davis is close enough to get a run into turn 1. Goon gets ahead of Nosy. No, here we go again. Ah, right. Okay. Big D certainly having a very good race tonight so far. So that goes. Yeah, he is certainly. We've got to set to. Oh, that's a safety car. It's Dre, and that's annoyingly brought out a safety car. Don't tell me Spreader didn't put it on reduced, did he? Is he still refusing to do it? No, you can't. No. It's well. The thing is, we got. But well, we'll be on 23 next time, won't we? We don't know. Yeah, he has left on standard. Ah, so annoying. That is literally the perfect example of it. You see, that safety car would not have come out on reduced. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All of the mediums will be in. Well, Spriggs is in. He's the top hard starter. he hasn't got a choice, has he? Really, he's got to switch to mediums and just try and get him to the end. It's going to be hard. Oh, the Red Bulls double stack. White Lion's gonna lose out. Dragoon stayed out. There is Shrek and Sprague get out just ahead of him. White Lion just behind him. So yeah, White Lion wouldn't have lost out that much by the double stack. It's not helpful that he's behind Dragoon, but he hasn't lost out too badly at all. Clearly felt that he can't get to the end on me. I think I think you probably can get the mediums to the end from here, but they're going to be slow for some laps at the end, aren't they? Can't hear Greta. Yeah. Yeah, party audio's definitely on. Okay, thanks for that, Shaz.
We're working in qualifying, so I really don't know what's happened there.
Yeah, I assume it's probably happened when I got kicked. Probably something to do with that. So, have you included your audio again now?
Yeah, I've done it. I'm on stream, I'm had a listen. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yay! There we go, Frank Shaz. Shaz, you're in a gold star.
Yeah. I've got a feeling that because Dartmouth was kicked earlier on, he's meant to go mediums and it's put him on softs.
It could have done. And the problem is now, if he rectifies that, he chops to the back, so I think he may as well just stick with it, to be fair, and
Safety cars breed safety cars, so if you could do 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah. Pascu 96, whoever you are. You may not race. Away. No, well, you cannot have a gold star for listening to us two Muppets. It's very aggressive tonight as well. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's like Gremlins, isn't it? Someone fed him before midnight. So he's, was it after midnight? I can't remember which it is. So long since I've seen it.
Here we go, I'm expecting a likely start from Dartmouth.
So, spread away, Shrek away, Spriggs having a look on the outside of Shrek into turn 1. Still side by side. Careful boys, nice bit of racing. I think Spriggs is going to get this. Got the inside now, the fast left-hander. And well, I guess Spriggs has to do this. He has to be a bit aggressive here, because for him to have any chance, he's got to get ahead of Spreader and create a gap.
Hope he has enough gap. Yeah.
To hold him off later on, as Taz and Davis are battling, and Taz is up to P8. And then I think
Dartmouth
Robbo
got
and
one on those softs as well. Robbo's dropped 2 positions on this restart.
Yeah, he has. He's lost out to Big D and Dartmark, but as I said, Dartmark on the softs. So Spriggs has got it. He's back within a second of Spreader, so he's got DRS when it activates. And we've got Oozers getting past Axel on the straight.
Oh, but Axel's coming back.
Yes, he is coming back, and he's got the inside.
Obviously, he just went deep, got away with it.
Yeah.
Dragoon's got
another one,
on Nosey at the back.
And Dragoon. So tight down the bottom here that it's trying to make a move on one driver, and you're kind of getting hindered by the next driver ahead if you catch him too quick. It's Nosley through past Dragoon, and he's going to go straight after Gumba. Oh, Gumba's lost it.
Don't hit the wall, please. I don't want another safety car.
That was a mistake from Gumba. That's there wasn't any contact there. I was on board with Nosley. Definitely no contact. It's just a mistake.
Dartmouth looking to go round the outside of Big D. He's now got the inside. Big D, sensible for Big D.
He's coming back at him.
He's in that chicane.
Switch back,
I think
maybe.
Traction Mark should have him here. It's only going to give him a sitting duck here to Robbo, surely. It is.
Yeah,
I
Robbo
think
to
he's
the
compromised,
inside.
trying to fight back. It's going to cost him another one here. Spriggs is through. Oh, the lead.
Come through. No, I think he's going to hold him off. On this occasion, as DRS enables. Ultimately, in the end, Big D does manage to fight him off. But some of these ERS lights started flashing then. Well, Taz's is flashing already.
So, Robbo.
Young man, Taz, is eager. Really trying to get past it. He's used his energy
If he finished
way
this
too
off,
early.
Taz, it would have been one of his better runs. Oh, as I say that. What the hell happened there?
What was
I've been
that?
kicked, that's what happened.
Oh, you've been kicked? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll join, don't worry, I'll join us.
Spriggs and Master Spread are side by side. Spriggs seems to have the advantage. And Spreader yields through the tight section of the track. And that's the opposite to what we just saw with Big D, as, oh, Oozers has lost it. In the tight section, and that drops Oozers down to 17th. Shame, he was doing so well, up to P11. That's Robbo having a run on Big... Oh, Robbo loses it on the final corner! Spun it round, didn't hit the wall or anything. And resumes... Oh, solidifies right in front of Dragoon, and Dragoon goes through as well. He's going to come under attack from Scott as well. He goes to the inside. Scott makes the corner this time and hangs it around the outside of 2 and 3, and then inside of 3. Scott is through. Fatal's having a look at Robbo as well. Looks like Robbo's held that off. But Robbo, in all his battling further up with Big D, he's basically out of energy as Taz makes up another place, getting ahead of Davis this time. Taz up into P7. Now we've got Nosley and Dre battling. Lots going on. You back in, Grezza?
I am here, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went a bit quiet, didn't I?
That's alright. Have you managed to get back into the lobby as well?
Yeah, I'm in, yeah.
Taz and Davis still going at it. Davis coming back at him. This is the problem for Taz. He is effectively out of energy, which has allowed Davis to get back through. Back into P7.
You're going to see the strange thing with him, though, with no energy, of Taz getting him in the corners, Davis coming back past on the straight.
Yeah, here he goes again. Look, Taz is going past here. Scott loses 2 places. Has he had a moment or something? I think he has. Yeah, he's dropped 3 seconds as well, so he's definitely had a moment through 3 by the looks of it.
Got a feeling he's going to come back past here, Taz.
Yeah, and these 2 battling has allowed Dark Lord and Axel to get right on the back of it as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, Axel wants to put his car in there. To be fair to them, they seem to be getting through okay. Axel backs out on that moment. I think he was right to back out there. And
that was really good.
Yeah,
really
nice
good
battling for the pair. I think there was a little moment for both of us there. We were a little bit, oh dear. it's
I thought he was coming up on the. They were coming up on the car in front with an overspeed. I thought it was going to be a 3-wide movement, but it wasn't.
Yeah, Ollie, I've got to agree. He is at the moment. He's done an absolute brilliant job. Let's hope he keeps it through to the end. Lap 18 now. 12 laps remain, including this one.
That Mark has done 7 laps now on his softs.
Yeah, which I haven't raced Miami for quite a long time, Grezza, but that sounds about right for softs, doesn't it? I think that is about.
There was a few on the safety car, so they won't be at the best right now. He'll be going off, but he could probably do a couple more.
Okay.
And he might as well just hang it for a safety car, hadn't he, really?
Yeah.
Behind Taz is just a massive train.
Yeah, they have spread out a little bit now. Davis just seems to have taken control a little bit of the situation, and
Spriggs has just broke DRS to spread.
I was say,
he couldn't afford to pull him along. So
yeah, which means that Shrek, well, Spreader could become vulnerable to Shrek potentially. Well, when you look at the pairs ERS, Spreader's down to 10%.
Spriggs wants them two to start fighting, definitely.
Yeah. Spriggs could end up with a 3 or 4 second gap, and he might be able to protect that later on when the tyre starts to hurt. But while it's this close, you would think that they will be able to come back at him later on. But I think Spreader's going to come under attack from Shrek imminently. So Spreader is down to 10% energy. Shrek is still in the 60%. It's Davis and Taz again.
You always benefit as the third car in this situation because the top 2 have been fighting and Shrek's been sitting there, and now this is why he's got so much of a battery life change, and that is a make of Scott, is it?
It is. It is
Scott.
Scott.
We've got Shrek making the move.
Same place as well. And Shrek having a look. So I was on the wrong Red Bull there.
Oh, he tapped in, but he kept it on board well in. There was room. Shrek just understeered.
Just had a little bit of a contact. Oh, we got a. That's Axel. Oh, it's Taz. Oh no. Something's happened to Taz and Axel. So whether they've had contact together or Taz has lost it and Axel's been collected, I don't know.
Shrek is through.
He's
Spread's still there though. He's on the
still battling.
outside.
Good thing. Shrek's only got to
Thinks
use a
this is
bit of
Shrek's,
energy
yeah.
on the pit straight and he's going to be gone.
But they've now got no battery, both of them. That's how much battery it takes to get through, even the car with none. They're now both in the same boat. Because he has to set that move up, use it on the long straight to set it up for the back straight.
Yeah. That's it. Axel.
Oh, Knowsley and Dre.
He's into the pits. We've got a set to 3 yellow, and that's Scott again on the final corner this time. So whether Scott's picked up some sort of damage on the car, maybe rear wing or something, he seems to be struggling a bit. So, well, the people in the battles have changed, but we've still got a battle. Now it's Dark Lord, Dre, Knowsley.
Here comes Dre then. Oh, he didn't know which way to go.
Dragoon and Taz are still there. Here we go. Brilliant driving again.
That Max Saps is gone now, by the way. Big B's caught him.
And Dark Lord wanted to fight. Well, for one more straight at least. Here he comes up to the inside then Dre. He's going to try and outbrake him.
Gone deep, switching back, yeah.
Goes deep, so Dark Lord does switch back and into the pits is Dark Mark. Oh, he's lost it.
Dre's lost it.
He's lost it. Oh, just as he looks like he's picking up again.
It's that pressure situation where he's side by side for someone and he's just pushed it a bit too hard on the accelerator.
Yeah. And Dark Mark has gone to
medium
tyres and exits right on top of his teammate for the evening, Oozers. Oh, Taz has got a penalty in amongst all that. The only driver to have a penalty as well. Which actually takes him out of the running for driver of the day, which he would have had a possibility for it. Here comes Knowsley. Dark Lord. And he's got it done this time before they reach the braking point. Oh, Dark Lord has a little wobble. Taz and Dragoon have a bit of contact.
You can't force your way through someone.
No. Oh, it's him again.
Just hit the back of Dragoon again. Just calm down a little.
I should get him here on the straight away.
What? Spriggs is pitted.
Spriggs is pitted, so he can't get to the end. Oh, can you believe it? He'd have had to. He'd been looking at the tyre life, wouldn't he? And he's obviously made the decision he can't make it, and this is gonna hurt. So another week where Spriggs, without doubt, had the pace to win the race.
His pace is like first.
Well, he's on mediums. He's not even gone to softs. He's gone to mediums.
How's a Dragoon, by the way? I think he's going to end in tears here. He tends to get a bit of
it is going to end in tears. There they go.
There it goes. I saw it a mile off.
And Dragoon's definitely lost the front wing there, I think. That was a bit aggressive and
This is just pit.
Well,
what?
Yeah, it's
actually, it's good for him. It's good for him, actually. He's closed the gap up, and if they all pit...
Well, I think he's close enough. I think if they all pit, he gets ahead of them. I think he's already close enough. Surely they will. Let's just have a look at the tyres. 11 laps.
It's a tricky one.
On hards.
This is such a tricky decision because they know Spriggs is there on mediums.
Yeah. But if they've got softs, they
What
can go to softs here.
I'd still do mediums, I would, at this point.
Would you? Bearing in mind you're probably going to have
Yeah.
at least 2 laps under safety car. Right, they're in.
Yeah, I don't
Spreader,
trust him.
White Lion, Big D,
Lion will be stacking again,
right,
but he's got the gap.
Davis is in as well. So for me, Spriggs will take the lead of this race here. That's a really slow down there, Spriggs. I'm not quite... It's a bit strange because Knowsley carried on past him into the pits. Well, is that going to stop him taking the lead, or will he still get it? No, it does stop him. He comes out behind Spreader. That was strange. That was really strange, but the game must have slowed him down.
It's about right with the pit lane delta, isn't it? And a safety pit stop, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a game on then.
Oh, annoying for him, no, Spriggs. One more lap. If he'd have just done one more lap on no...
Oh wow, and you've got Lion and Big D on softs as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a mad end. Keep it clean, lads.
Well, yeah. Still some choices. The only one who has stayed out is Gumba, who has stayed out on 12 lap old hards to move up, take track position for P10. Sometimes it's just worth a shot, you know. If his option there was P10 or, you know, P16 on the same side as everybody else, then why not take P10 and try and hold him off?
Yeah.
Shaz says it's looking good for Big D and White Lion. We will see. As we said, Shaz, the softs don't like it round there. I don't think they're going to be particularly that much faster than the mediums for very long.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Taz and Ollie in the chat. I mean, he started the race off really well. I just think when they started battling, in certain places, there's no point in making a move. The race is 29 laps. It's not worth risking everything.
That's it, yeah.
You know, sit behind someone for a few laps and just wait.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaz, I mean, I think I would have gone...
Mark did 8 laps, I think, Shaz, but by the time it ended the 8th lap, Dig D pretty much caught him really quickly. I mean, on the evidence of that, they will last, but I just don't think they're consistent. I would still prefer a medium right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lion and Big D have got 2 laps to make gains here, but then they're going to come back.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. And looking at the track, it looks like the safety car is going to come in this lap, so we resume lap 25, which means 5 laps of racing remain. So I don't think the guys that have gone to softs have done the wrong thing. I don't think the guys that have gone to mediums have done the wrong thing. I think it's a either or situation. The only thing is, as you say, Reza, they need to do it pretty quick, the guys on the softs, and they're not going to have the aid of DRS to do that.
No.
Right now, things are looking good for Shrek, who has been absolutely brilliant today, I have to say.
Yeah, he's had the pace on spread by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and it's not the only... To be fair, the top 4 have been absolutely brilliant. The top 5 have been absolutely brilliant.
We don't really know what
today.
Spriggs' pace is like, because he was on an opposite compound pretty much every time. So we'll have to find that one out as well. Oh, which jacket up there.
So, Shrek leaves it reasonably late. He is back going, and Spriggs have a little look at Spreader into turn 1. Oh, Spreader goes deep! He misses his braking Spreader, and that allows Spriggs to put through. Okay, to the front, I'm not sure why, but he's pitted.
There's been some damage with the all backing up in the back. That safety
Yeah,
car restart, maybe.
may well have been. Didn't look like
Here
to
goes
me like
Lion up the
Shrek.
inside of Spreader. Yeah, Spread just had the
Yellow
momentum.
flag.
He's held it off there. It's giving Big D a run at Lion. Oh.
Go. Lion.
Lion tries to get around the outside of Spread. Is he
Yeah,
going
he
to
goes
cost
a
him to
bit
Big
deep.
D? This is all that Spreader needs to do. Is one more lap of this, those softs. He's got the advantage.
Yeah. He won't be pleased with himself losing that place to Spriggs so easily, but when running deep, cold tyres are so easy to do on a restart. And then he's the one. Oh, like lying at the inside of Spreader. Looked to me like they had a little bit of contact.
He did. I think it was fair enough there. I mean, there wasn't quite enough room. Lion had to just get the room himself.
Yeah, Spreader does well out to the final corner and retakes it and holds him off. At least for now.
We're all rooting for Spriggs here. I know Shrek's won a couple and he's had a fantastic season, but he's had so many P2s and look at him. He can't
manage another one. He might slow down at the end and let Spreader through just so he gets a P3. So. Right. Spreader looks like he's just getting away a little bit, although the flashing light on the back of his car might give Lion a bit of a encouragement. Although Lion makes a mistake, and now Big D's alongside him. It's quite a big mistake that, and
the actual battle in
full
here is
stop.
let Dartmark hold on to them on the mediums.
Yeah. So maybe Dartmark might get a chance a bit later on. It's turning into a huge DRS train, isn't it, from White Line down? Obviously no DRS just
I'm
yet.
Spriggs
but,
now. I am just waiting and picking my opportunity.
Yeah. Fastest lap,
Let's
fastest
give it
lap,
a lap
fastest
or
lap. You gotta love that. Shrek fastest lap, Spriggs fastest lap, Spreader fastest lap. One after the other. Not sure how Spreader's ended up with the fastest lap mine because he seems to have fallen back, but he has got back within the 1 second now.
Right, Spriggs, charge up, wait till you see that light flashing.
Yeah, may be a case.
Don't burn it now, and I wouldn't have done that.
No, definitely not. Hold off. So the last lap if you got to. Make him use his, don't use yours. So from P4 White Lion, they are within a second all the way down to Robbo in P12. Dartmark, just to say that Dartmark falls out of the 1 second, typically. But
both flashing now, the leaders.
Yeah. But, Spreader's in the same boat. But you can tell now, since White Lion made that mistake, Big D's been battling him. But they don't have enough about these tyres now to close the gap back up. So I think these two are now battling for P4. I think your shout, Breza, about the medium tyres was absolutely spot on. As Axel gets past Goomba for P13. Goomba, of course, stayed out in the hards. And for me, I think I'm right in saying it was 16th. So if he finishes above 16th, he makes the right call. Oh, don't spin just as I say that. Oh,
Goomba. We just cursed everybody tonight.
It's unbelievable. The spins are falls down to P16. That's just ridiculous.
I think Springs has missed his opportunity by burning because he's got one lap. They're both flashing, and he's not going to be able to get the run.
Yeah. There's just a
Burning
second.
again now,
Knowsley
and
is.
he's just-
Oh, we got a spin. Dre. And I think Dark Lord was caught up in that somehow, but Dre has been round. He drops to P14.
One lap to go. I've just got to stay on board with Spriggs. He's
Yeah,
going to have
I'm
a
going to
run
go
in
up to him.
turn
He's
one,
going to
I
have a
think.
run. Surely it's turn one. Gets to the outside. Stays alongside.
What that's done is it's compromised him, and he's going to have a massive run on the next straight.
Yeah.
It's just the RS though. The RS isn't going to make any difference. Oh, but Shrek, he's took that sector really well.
As looks to me like that gap's big enough for Shrek to defend this. So I think Spriggs doesn't have to shouldn't be thinking in his mind at all about trying to do it by the end of the straight. Just try and set it up for the final straight as best he can, because that's going to be the only opportunity he gets now. He's got to stay as close to the gearbox as he can. This tight, twisty, difficult section. Shrek does run a little bit wide there.
How's your exit? Oh, Shrek gets a better exit.
He does get a better exit. It's not bad. It's not horrendous, but he's out of energy completely. Oh, Shrek, that's a bit of weaving there for Shrek.
I'm not going to lie. I'd probably be tempted to do that myself. I don't want to win on the last lap.
Yeah, technically though, Spriggs would be within his rights to submit that. But Shrek wins in Miami. Can you believe it? Spriggs, who was 100 to 1 on to finish P2 tonight, actually does. Spreader P3 to finish off the podium. White Lion in P4, Big D P5, Davis in 6, Knowsley. What a race from Knowsley. P7, Dark Mark 8, Robbo 9, Taz in 10.
So the driver of the day?
Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna let you choose Grezza, because to be quite honest with you, I think you could make an argument easily for the top 7. So
yeah, even down to Knowsley as a sort of underdog one with the big performance, but you've got to take Shrek into account for holding that off.
Yeah, the game awards driver of the day for the game for Taz, but as he had the penalty, we don't get the comms one.
Shrek or Knowsley, I'll let you decide.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I think they both deserve it. Well, so does Spriggs. Definitely take Spreader out of the equation in a way. Shrek or Knowsley. Look, just give me a moment. That's enough for the podium celebrations. Right, so Shrek from third on the grid has just looked fast the whole race. Spreader got fastest lap, by the way, so got the bonus point for that, 29.853, the only one with a lap in the 29s. I think you're being very harsh on Big D. Big D's gone from 15th to 5th. Knowsley's gone from 14th to 7th, so that would perhaps...
I think the reason why, I think we know Big D was out of position, and I sort of expected him to come through a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't get me
that's...
wrong, it's good he's done fair. It, but...
Yeah. I think for that reason, if I gave it to Knowsley, it would be very unfair on Big D, and I think if I give it to Big D, it would be unfair on Knowsley. Makes my mind up that I'm going to give it to Shrek, so... It's going to be Shrek for driver of the day today. Did you want to invite the 3 drivers for a chat?
I can do, but we can't get Shrek, can we?
Oh yeah, he's PlayStation
So we
mate.
can do Sprig, Spread, and Lion, yeah?
Yep, that'd be cool. So I think it's a quick summary of that race. Obviously, the safety cars played a part, but it was a good race. I enjoyed that.
That was a good race, and it was really clean as well, considering it's Miami.
It
And there's a couple
was
of incidents, but
bloody safety
I've
cars
seen
coming out
so
for cars
much
spinning.
worse.
Yeah. It's, was that everybody then? I missed that. Oh, there's one. Excellent. Okay. Right, guys, if you could just include your audios, please.
Yep.
Excellent. White Lion, you there?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, sorry, keeping you up. um,
Yeah, it's 1 hour later.
oh yeah, of course it is. Um, right, congratulations, mate. P4. We're speaking to you because
Thank you.
obviously Shrek is on crossplay, so we can't speak to him at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but obviously a massive congrats to your teammate for the win. But P4 for you as well. So overall for Red Bull, absolutely superb evening. Great job.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
just
mean,
talk us through your
sorry.
side of it, mate.
Well, quali was pretty good. Almost a bit disappointed with P4, which is surprising. Didn't have a very clean final lap, but I was pretty happy. And then for the race, well, Jack went out, so that definitely helped me in Shrek's chances, even though he was starting further back. And then nothing much happened really for my entire race. I kind of just stayed P4 pretty much the entire time. Went up to P3 at one point because Briggs pit, but then there was a safety car and you went right back past. And then stayed in P4 again till the end of the race, where I attempted a move on spread, which he did not agree with, but I thought it was reasonable.
A movie
I could
set.
tell. I could
Tyres.
tell.
You were not. You probably wanted to be in that party.
I walked behind you,
I
coming
was
up to the 100-meter board. You were 3.5 tenths behind me. Turned into the corner and you were side of me.
yeah, fresh sauce, mate.
I don't know. I thought it was on. To be fair, when I was on board.
Yeah, I thought it was on as
I
well.
even give him
but-
the option. He didn't take it at first and then decided, no, I am taking it when I started turning in. I give him the option.
What do you mean? I tried from the start. That was the whole plan. From the
You
start
know,
of
this
the
has been
straight,
going on in their race party for the last 15 minutes.
Oh,
don't
is
you? This
it?
will not
Really?
finish.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. No, kids. Come on.
Anyway, then Big D went for a move on me after I lost it on the curb, but stayed ahead and then stayed P4 till the end of the race again. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Well, we saw that
Soft
when...
drop off after 2 or 3 laps there, then did he? Or...
Oh,
as soon as I had that
I
red
guess.
spread, sort of dropped you a little.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fight with Big G didn't help. I think that really created the gap, and then from there, no, we weren't able to get it back.
Well, you made a mistake, didn't you, on the corner, and you pretty almost come to a full stop, and Big D had a look. That was going into the sort of tight section.
Twice, actually, I made a mistake. So once at the end, where I took too much curb, and then another time on that long left-hander at the end of sector 1, lost it, recovered it, went very wide and got a warning, which is a bit weird.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the one I was meaning. But yeah, ultimately, no, mate. Great P4. As I say, teammate won as well. So for Red Bull, it's been an absolutely grand evening.
Well,
so
one step closer to securing P3 because P1 and 2 is long gone.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, Spreader, we'll come to you, buddy. Congrats on the podium, mate. Obviously, big points tonight. You'd have noticed at the start, and I expect you're in chat in a way that Camerov was out. So obviously, you'd have wanted to take as many points as you could. And P3 is a good result, really, in terms of that for the championship.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I was like, it was thingy, obviously, when I seen Kamarov go out and retire from the session. I'm not exactly happy about it, but I mean, it's points. You know what I mean? It's just guaranteed points. So the goal then was get the car home on the podium, which I've made it could have been in that battle, but I dropped out of DRS and I couldn't get back into DRS. So
yeah,
bit of a shame. I felt like I was off the pace considering what I was doing on Tuesday. Felt like my lap time weren't Like even qualifying was off it compared to what it was Tuesday. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I think that the weather starting wet in Q3 probably didn't help that. To be fair, if you had two soft runs, then you probably could have gone a bit quicker. But yeah. But
possibly.
all in all, in the race, yeah, you got to sort of take your hat off to Shrek. He was very quick in the race, no doubt about
Yeah.
it. So it's good to see him doing that. Perhaps,
Yeah, I think it was kind of unlucky as well because it's sort of the spread was defending to someone. Trek was sitting there with like 3 times the battery just because he had no one to battle, and I think that's probably maybe why you think he maybe might have been that much quicker than you. But yeah, I think it may have been battery life, you know.
I felt comfortable with him behind me in the first stint, like I was saving my keeping there, but the second stint I was all right. I just had to let Spriggs go, and then it was just like the mistake of letting Spriggs get out of DRS because I was like, no, I'll just save my battery and just do see what I can do. And then I was like, shit, he's out of it. Now I need to use it. So and then obviously Spriggs used his at that time, and Shrek got me as well. Oh, yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, it's a good race though, but I'm happy with P3.
well, congratulations, Matt. You did really well. So, Grez, I'm going to let you do the last one because I can't remember who finished P2. Can you?
Spriggs.
Oh, was it? Oh, God.
If you don't know who
Uh,
finished P2, just presume it's Spriggs, all right? Um,
Oh,
mate, no offense to Shrek, but I was just imploring you to get him on the last few laps, and it was just. I was thought you'd start saving and just go on the last lap, but you were just constantly burning, and you both had no battery, and you just didn't get that run on him.
yeah. It's because I knew that every time he was on the exit, he'd always pull out quite a big gap. And it was always enough to, even if I saved, I didn't think I'd be able to kind of catch and pass. So I was trying to get as close as I could on the exit, and then hope the DRS would be enough. But I think he just had much more straight line speed than I did. So it was very hard to actually, yeah, catch.
Yeah. Um, I remember that safety car when you went mediums. I'm guessing you couldn't have got them to the end if you didn't have another safety car. Then you
No,
decided to pit for another medium.
yeah. So basically, I think when I pitted, I think the mediums were probably on about almost 40%. I think they were about 35 probably at least, and it was what we still had like 10 laps to go, I think, or no, eight laps, 7 laps to go, or something like that. So I figured, by the time I get to the end, they'll be screwed. And I was just thinking maybe, hopefully no safety car, and then I can just try and just do what I can to pull back the gap when they're on the older
Hard.
tires. But then obviously but then the safety car came out straight afterwards. So I thought, yeah, it's just my luck with safety cars. And then I tried to obviously get to the safety car line first, but I think what happened was I was going a bit too fast, so I had to stop and then try and go and get past the line before the guys did, and then they obviously got ahead pretty much just about before I did. So I was
I
just
was I was
thinking,
going to
okay,
ask
it's gonna
about
be
that. So yeah, just before the pit entrance, it's like the game just
yeah,
tells you to stop. And
yeah, basically.
all right, okay,
I
yeah.
had a
So I was saying that
yeah,
you were going to go through, and then all of a sudden you stopped, and yeah,
yeah. So I had about 7, 8 seconds, I think it was, and it was just too much risk. With about minus 7 tenths, 8 tenths. So I thought, it's a bit riskier, so I'd slow down a bit, got into positive, and then sort of floored it. But yeah, maybe I could have made it in hindsight, but I think I
it's
was
not
a bit
worth
worried
it.
about
It's
getting a
not worth the
penalty.
risk of a
Yeah,
drive through.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
drive through it, and your race is
exactly. So
basically ruined. So you know,
yeah, so it made
uh,
the ending a lot more fun, especially against spread just there. But yeah, it was just probably not enough, I suppose.
yeah. But I've got to say, if you're 35-40% on that first set of mediums, I'd fancy taking those to the end. I don't know about everybody else, but I'd fancy taking those to the
Yeah,
end. I've got to say, it's
yeah. Part of me it was like half and half in my mind. I was thinking,
yeah,
oh, half of me was like, yeah, you know what, that'll make it. It'll be fine. And even if there's a safety car, then we're at least on a level plate. Um, but then I thought, I think maybe with the pace of fresh mediums, I was a bit more confident of just catching back up. While they were on a lot older hard tires.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, of course, with the safety car coming in anyway, we were kind of on a sort of, I guess, balanced sort of
yeah.
situation.
Fair
But
enough. Yeah,
yeah, it was fun anyway.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, certainly. I think me and Kreza could say we both enjoyed it. It was a really good race. Great battling
Still
throughout the
waiting for
field.
that win.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's wait another week.
You wait, mate.
Yep.
Abu Dhabi, you'll come. You'll do.
Gonna be second all the way
Oh,
up to Abu Dhabi
hopefully.
and then get it final race. Um,
And then crash on the last corner or something.
I don't know. Oh. Talking about
Oh, yeah.
next week, where your dream may come true. What track we at next week?
Oh.
It's a good one. I just can't remember what one.
Oh,
Bear with
no.
me a
Is
second.
it what I think it
Hungary,
is?
ain't it, or something?
Is it Sandavort?
I don't know. It's what?
I don't
No,
know.
we've
I was
had
just guessing.
Sandavort,
I
I
literally
think.
just said the name. of the track.
Brazil.
Hungary.
Hungary
Oh.
next week. Yes. Great track.
I am
Great
actually as well.
track.
that
It's a driver's track.
that'll be fun. I'll just say that. That'll be quite a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's interesting track. Not easy to get past there. But
No,
it's a
definitely not.
great track to drive though.
Yeah.
Save turn 1, I'll give you that. So I'll take it.
It's basically turn 1 and turn 3 in it. It's the only real
Yep.
opportunities. So if you're getting overtaken anywhere else on the
Yeah, what I
track,
mean
you're
is
not
that
defending very well.
Lap
Really.
1. Lap 1, turn 1 is pretty safe, I think. Well, relatively
Oh yeah, yeah. It's one of the
It's pretty good.
widest
outside
first corners of the season.
and
isn't
very
it?
wide on track as well. So
Yeah. Right. Okay. I think that's about it.
We've got to say
What's-
well done to Shrek. He has won, and we
Yeah.
haven't spoke to him. We need to
Massive
speak
well
to
done
him
to
on one of
Shrek,
these
and just to
days,
confirm
don't we?
that Shrek did get the driver of the day as well. But actually, yeah, just do a couple of other shout outs as well. I want to give a massive shout out to Nosley, who drove absolutely awesome,
And
and
Big
D
yeah.
as well. Both of you two drove
It's really
absolutely
weird because he
brilliant.
was like, "Who's your driver of the day? Is it Big D or Knowlesy?" And he went, "I can't decide, so I'm going to go with Shrek."
Yeah.
where did Big D come from?
I was
Where
like,
did he
"Where's this?"
Big D
15th, I
came
think,
from
was it?
15th from the grid up to 5th, and
Whoa.
Nosey came from 14th to 7th. But, like, as Greza said to me, you know, Big D you kind of expect to make up places. Nosey,
Mm.
you know, did very well to make up what he made. So I was like, yeah, but I feel bad. If I give it to Big D, I'll feel bad on Nosey, and if I give it to Nosey, I'll feel bad on Big D. So I'll give it to Shrek. That's just the easiest way to go, isn't it? But no, a massive shout out to those two. Taz as well. You had a great race throughout. Just a little instance towards the end, unfortunately, but he was having a great race throughout. So that. Anyway, that's enough of waffling on, isn't it? Right, guys. Well, thanks to everybody that's watched live with us who kept us entertained, and Shaz for putting out the fact that you couldn't hear Grez up was great after I got kicked. And also a massive shout out to Ollie as well. Thank you ever so much, buddy, for the gems, or I don't know what you call them, gems, something like that.
Plum. Was it Plum?
Plum. I don't know.
Oh, never mind. We've obviously got our wires crossed. I used to be talking about something else. Come on.
Anyway, yeah, thanks very much then, guys. Thanks to everybody who watches it back at a later point as well. Really appreciate it, guys. This does the league. Don't forget the stream on Tuesday as well for PRF1. They'll be live at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, and so hope to see you then. Anyway, good night, God bless. I will be back on Sunday at 6 p.m. for the final race of the season for WRL, followed by HRF1 at... Oh no, not HRF1 at 8 p.m. because the real life race is at 8 or 9 or something like that. Anyway, good night, God bless. Have a nice weekend.